So this one's a real quick description video. I've never really described what this channel is about.
Get good at that.
So I wanted to take a second to talk about my passion, why I started this channel. I like learning things. I like learning new skills. I found that something would look really difficult. And at a young age, I had determined if you try it and you fail, then you can't do that. And then I just would move on to something else. I'd be like, oh, well, I can't do that. So what I learned later in life is that you have to fail to learn something. You don't start anything and you're just good at it. I would see other people and they were really good at something, and for some reason I just determined that that's because they were really good at it, and it did make the connection that it's because they've been doing it a while or they were coached correctly. But I had in my mind that there are people good at things and people bad at things, and I was bad at things. That's just not true, and it's this amazing feeling. So this is like the all-encompassing thought that I have is when you learn a new skill, when you master a new skill, you definitely gain pride in yourself. And then every time you gain more pride in yourself, you build more confidence. Now that's how you get further in life. When you walk through life with a lot of confidence, people notice, people care, people give you more attention. You get the job, you get the girl, you get the car deal. Like, these things happen a lot better for you, more easily, when you come into situations with confidence. It's rewarded. And I feel like these are the steps to actually build that. If you want to live a better life, you need to walk through your life with confidence. And I'm not always confident by any means, but I've definitely learned that when I am confident, I do better. And so that's the process I feel works best. Find a skill, small or large, practice, work hard at it, master it, build pride in yourself, and through that pride, build confidence, and then live yourself a better life. So that's really what this channel is all about. Let's find out what you don't know. I don't know a lot of things. I know how to make awesome cookies, but I don't know how to do ice sculptures with a chainsaw. I don't know that. I've never even attempted that. And yeah, when you look at someone doing it, it looks maybe not impossible, but definitely very hard and dangerous, and nothing you would just walk up on and expect to be amazing at it. There's also these things that I think I know how to do because I've seen it on a TV show or a movie, like performing CPR. I've never really been formally trained on how to do that. I might have been in the past, but I've definitely not kept up on it. I feel like I've got this vague idea, and I really think it's strongly because of what I've seen on TV, and that would make me the least competent person. If someone were to fall on the floor choking on something, I'm not the best person to be running over there helping them with that. And I feel like there's those things too that we feel like we would do the correct way, but we don't really know. I want to find someone to teach me the correct way to perform CPR, share that with everyone else, and then perhaps we all gain a little bit out of that. Again, learning stuff, little new skills, as much as you can, just fail as fast as you can. Just every failure is a new lesson learned, and the more you learn, the more pride, the more, and that's weird, right? Because if you're gonna mess up on something, you wouldn't think that would build pride. So that part doesn't, and that's what a lot of people miss out on, going all the way and gaining that confidence, because you fail, you try something, you fail like 90% of other people would, and you didn't like that feeling, so you stepped away from it, because none of us like to feel bad. It's fighting through that bad feeling and failing and losing and messing up and just knowing it's part of the process. I'm gonna fail so that I can get better, so that I can fail so that I can get better. And every time you fail, you're failing at something that you didn't do right, but you got this other part that you failed. You actually got that right, and you're progressively getting better until you can say that you've mastered it, you figured it out. And there's this overwhelming just pride that builds up in you. Like, That's crazy. I thought this was impossible. I would see someone do this thing and it's impossible, and now I can do it. Case in point, I was always interested in card play, like just someone being able to quickly shuffle cards or just manipulate cards in general, magicians, whatever. Not necessarily magic, but just I liked, for some reason that was always attractive to me, is someone was able to just do creative, cool things with cards. And I got it in my head, I wonder if I could teach myself how to shuffle with one hand. And I've got a few things down where I take this, I can cut it with one hand, right? I don't know if the camera's catching that. Let me step back a little bit. All right, I'm cutting the deck with one hand. So that was real impressive to me at one point. I was amazed I could do that, because when you first try to do it, your hands are just clumsy. You don't have that kind of motor skill to control it. And that was one little thing I did. And then another I wanted to try and do after I mastered that was, well, there was this thing called the hot shot, where you spin this around and you flick it and you catch it. It bounced off my chest, but you get the idea, right? And you can tell I'm not amazing at it, but I can do it. You know, I can cut it and I can flick the card out there and oh, they win the floor. You know, not as good as some, but definitely impressive to me. Just because, like anything, I thought that looked impossible. Although I can definitely say I never say that now. I never say things are impossible. I'm just not good at that yet. Hence the name of this channel, Get Good at That. And I thought that was a great phrase. That perfectly summed up what I like to do. So the new one I'm gonna try and work on here is I'm gonna try and shoot the cards from one hand to the other. I think the thing is called the fan, where you just, you know, it's like a really cool thing. You see card sharks, and then like, and they're shooting the cards across. But I thought I might just every now and then show you my progress on this. So this is the current stage I'm at. You grab it and you bend it and you, right? And it seems to be all about even pressure, because when you're first doing it, your thumb wants to shoot it one way or your hands want to shoot it the other way, and you make a mess. They're everywhere. But once you figure out how to evenly put pressure on both sides, you can kind of, you know, you can see how I'm getting there. And I'll just keep at this, and I thought that may be a fun thing for anyone who cares to watch the channel. Watch me like actually get where I can do this, because that's what's fun to me, is being awful at something and not giving up and just working at it slowly and just watching yourself get better. So for those out there who want to grow and learn new things with me and live yourself a happier life, please follow this channel and tell your friends and try all of these things that I'm learning and get good at them. Fail fast, fail, so you can master these things and get good at that. Oh, there's a spider on the camera. That's cool.